Good morning, all of you. How are you? How are all of you? I hope you're all fine. You're all happy. Yes. All right. Okay. So let's start our today's class. Before I move on, I would like to just tell you one thing here that today I'm going to continue with our chapter soil. Okay. We are going to do a little bit of revision and I have got some presentations to show you. Okay. Why are we seeing these presentations? Because they give us a better insight about the soil, about various properties of the soil and how is it formed and everything. Basic insight, little bit better. Okay. When we study the textbooks and all, we get to know things, but sometimes looking at these slides give us even a better information, right? So that is why I have got some slides for you and we will watch them today. All right. But before that, what will we do? Before that, we have to see what homework I gave you yesterday. So I will simply give you the solutions for that homework also. All right. Okay. So let's start our share screen. I'm starting and I'll just let you know what do we find out here. Okay. So first we had these questions which I gave you, right? You remember I gave you these questions yesterday, right? So let's do these ones first. So A part, name one rock or mineral that is used for each of the following. So you can give an example either for a rock or for a mineral, right? The first one is as a building material. So we all know, if you remember when we discussed about limestone, yes, we saw that it is used in making cement, right? Cement is the main building material that we use, right? So as a building material, what example I give? I'll write limestone. All right. You can find out some other examples also. In making jewelry, what do we use? We can use minerals, like we have got minerals from where we extract iron, gold, silver, all that, right? So you can write that also. Or else you will write, you can write the diamond and emerald, yeah, sapphire. All these are what? These are also gemstones, right? These are rocks actually, which are gemstones. Fine. So in making jewelry, you can write gold, silver, or you can write diamond and all that, right? Next is in making household articles. Now you can write so many things here. In making household articles, you can write clay, or you can write aluminium, iron, copper. All these also we are using in making utensils, and clay also we are using in making some articles. So you can write anything, right? Number 4 is as fuel. So for fuel, we can write coal. Yes, we can write natural gas, right? We can write natural gas, or we can write the crude oil also. Yeah, crude oil is also nothing but a mineral. हम उसमें से पेट्रोल निकालते हैं, उसमें से डीजल निकालते हैं, everything. So that is actually a mineral. So as fuel में आप कुछ भी लिख सकते हैं. You can write coal also, you can write natural gas also, you can write crude oil also. Or in general words, it is known as petroleum. Okay. पेट्रोलियम इज अ क्रूड ऑयल जिसमें से हम पेट्रोल निकालते हैं, डीजल निकालते हैं, केरोसिन ऑयल निकालते हैं, वैक्स निकालते हैं, all that. Yeah, right. So that is petroleum or crude oil. Okay. Then number 5 is as gemstones. Again, you can write examples of diamond, you can write sapphire, you can write emerald. Okay, all these are examples. And the last one is fertilizers. Fertilizers I told you yesterday also, right? I told you that fertilizers are what? Like we have NPK fertilizers. They are formed of nitrates, of some nitrates, or maybe potassium or phosphorus. So all these you can write. You can write phosphorus, you can write potassium, you can write nitrates, or nitrogen also. You can write nitrogen in the mineral form. You can write like that. Okay. Because nitrogen is a gas, लेकिन उसके compounds बने हुए होते हैं. So we can use those compounds also as fertilizers. Next is give one word for the following. On which layer of the earth's surface do plants grow? That is the topsoil. We all know that, right? Name the process by which the breakdown of rocks happen. What is that? That is known as weathering. हमने लिखा था ना copy में भी. We've written that in the copy also. So weathering is the name of the process. Where do number 3, where do green plants get water and nutrients from? So where do they get water and nutrients from? They get it from, again, the topsoil, or you can simply write soil. Okay, the soil से ही तो ले रहे हैं वो, right? Number 4, what do dead plant and animal remains form in the soil? They form humus. Okay, HUMUS, humus. They form humus. All right. So this was our yesterday's homework. So we are done with it now. So that is one thing that I wanted to do with you. And another thing is, as I just said, that I want to see a few presentations with you. Okay. So this is the first presentation that I see here. I'm sorry, not this one, this one. All right. Okay. So here, okay, you can still hear my voice. All right. So now see here, can I see soil? Can I see all the 4 layers? Yes. So top layer, topsoil or A horizon, then B horizon, then C horizon, और इसके नीचे R horizon है, which they have not drawn. Okay. So what is soil? We already know what is soil. We are just revising it today. So it is the uppermost layer of the earth. Okay. Soil is the uppermost layer of the earth. This consists of sand, mud, and rock particles. What is humus? We already know. We just discussed this. It consists of dead and decayed plants and animal remains. Okay, that is known as humus. Now we talk about weathering. Okay, weathering. I just explained it to you. So just see what it is. It is the breaking down of the rocks. Now wind, water, frost help in the transporting of soil to different places. तो रॉक्स तो एक जगह पे होते हैं, दे आर नॉट मूविंग, लेकिन विंड वाटर फ्रॉस्ट के एक्शन से दे ब्रेक डाउन, एंड एज दे ब्रेक डाउन they are further transported to different places. Then there are 2 types of weathering. This part we did not do because it was not really required, but still today I will just let you know a little bit about it. That the weathering is of 2 types, physical weathering and chemical weathering. Okay. First of all, what is physical weathering? Physical weathering is the process of breaking down of rocks into smaller pieces. Lekin, these changes do not involve any characteristic change in the original rock. If you remember, you would have done about physical changes and chemical changes. Remember, all of you? So physical changes were actually the changes in which the composition is not changing. Yes, the substance remains as it is, only its form changes. So here also rock is breaking down into smaller pieces, but उसकी खुद की composition में या उसके characteristics में कोई फर्क नहीं आ रहा है. Fine. So these are caused by the temperature change and frost. Temperature change में क्या होगा? Like it's very hot, then it's very cold, again it's very hot. So these are actually thermal shocks which the rocks get. So due to that also they break down. And frost wala, if you remember when I told you कि पानी water it gets into the cracks, or फिर cracks में जाके, then what happens? It tries to expand when it is winters. That is frost. Okay. Now, little bit about chemical weathering also. So chemical weathering is a process which exists of minerals are broken down into mineral components. Okay. So इसमें क्या हो रहा है कि जो भी minerals के बने हुए हैं वो rocks, Fine. They are broken down into mineral components. What example shall I give you here? Suppose calcium carbonate is there. Calcium carbonate is actually CaCO3. So when calcium carbonate is there, it breaks down, if it breaks down into calcium oxide, okay, and carbon dioxide, then that is known as chemical weathering. Understand? And here water is the main agent used. Of course, oxygen also from the air. Both of them are responsible for the chemical weathering. All right. So calcium carbonate is actually hard. When it gets converted into calcium oxide, it is comparatively softer. That is why weathering occurs and chemical change is also occurring. So we will say it is chemical weathering. Okay. Next we talk about soil. Okay. These are a few this thing which are not really important. Okay, we'll just go through them. So characteristics of the parent rock means that it also determines what kind of soil is getting formed. Like parent rock refers to the original rock from which something else was formed. So जो parent rock है उस obviously उसके characteristics पे depend करेगा ना कि हमारी soil कैसी बन रही है. Like suppose you remember I told you that different types of soils have different compositions. किसी में sand ज़्यादा है, किसी में clay ज़्यादा है, किसी में gravel ज़्यादा है. So what will that depend on? That will depend on the parent rock. So these are the main factors affecting soil formation. We don't need to do them in the detail. Okay, this part I wanted to show you. Soil formation done in stages. Okay, so the first step is weathering. Now, whether it is physical or chemical doesn't matter, but weathering is occurring. So that means weathering is the physical or the chemical process. चाहे physical weathering हो रही है चाहे chemical weathering हो रही है, वो जो rock है that is actually breaking down into smaller pieces. Okay, that is the first step. What is the second step? Small rocks continue to undergo weathering, causing large pieces of parental rocks, it is not written complete, to break down. Okay, so what happens, small rocks जो है वो further weathering होगा उनका, क्योंकि soil में not only weathering is there, not only small pieces of rocks are there ना, we have got very fine pieces also. So इन जो small rocks हैं इनको और ज़्यादा weathering भी करनी पड़ेगी ताकि जो large pieces हैं they are getting converted into smaller pieces. Okay, and the last step is the minerals and salts, they seep deep into the ground along with water. तो अब इसमें क्या होगा, ये जो जो बहुत फाइन पीसेस बन जाएंगे, बहुत फाइन पार्टिकल्स बन जाएंगे, they will go deep into the soil, deep into the ground along with water. Okay, so the minerals and salts, they are seeping means absorb हो रहे हैं वो ground में, so they are seeping deep into the soil, into the ground along with water. So these are the soil formation stages. You don't need to remember them. I'm just telling you these so that you have a better understanding of the topic. Understand? Okay. So next I have humus and topsoil. We already know that topsoil contains humus. Yes, humus is the organic component of the soil. Organic component means something which was once living. That is known as organic. Organic means which was part of something living. Okay, that is organic. So organic component of soil, actually, you know, when you go to the higher classes, you will understand that organic component means जिसमें carbon, hydrogen, oxygen के compounds होते हैं, उनको organic बोलते हैं. Okay, but right now at this level, it is important for you to understand कि जो ये carbon, hydrogen, oxygen वाले जो ये compounds होते हैं, they are always or maybe were sometime part of the living thing. That is why they are organic. Understand? So humus is the organic component of the soil formed by the decomposition of leaves and other plant material by soil microorganisms. So what is happening? Humus क्या है? वो organic component है which is formed by the decomposition of leaves. जो leaves हैं थोड़े बहुत सॉइल माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स है, और इवन की सॉइल में जो इंसेक्ट्स थे छोटे मोटे वो डेड हो गए, उन सब के जो रिमेन्स हैं उनके डिकम्पोजिशन से बनता है ह्यूमस, राइट? एंड दैट इज द अपर मोस्ट लेयर ऑफ द सॉइल. Yes, the topsoil is the uppermost layer of the soil and it contains humus and fine particles of dust and sand. Okay, that is why it is able to the topsoil. हमने बोला था ना topsoil supports the plant growth. Why? Because it is rich in humus, right? Topsoil is rich in humus. Subsoil is not rich in humus. और फिर उसके बाद तो bedrock आ जाता है, उसमें तो वैसे ही कुछ नहीं है, right? So it is a topsoil which contains the humus. Fine. Now horizon, you don't need to understand. I have already told you enough about it. A horizon, B horizon, C horizon, and the bedrock, which is also sometimes known as the R horizon, right? So bedrock is the lowermost layer and consists of parent rock, and this layer is mainly consisting of the soil, right? Now, subsoil we already have done. Yes, subsoil is rich in minerals that sweep down along with the water, and it also contains fine particles of the soil. So what is the difference between the subsoil and the topsoil? The basic difference is that um, the topsoil is actually rich in humus and not enough minerals are there. Most of the minerals they lie in the topmost portion of the subsoil. Subsoil के ऊपर के portion में minerals होते हैं. Fine. So parental rock undergoing change. Now see, you don't have to see this actually. Okay, this is actually an activity that you can do also. Okay, what will you do? You will simply have if you have a garden, okay, in your home, then you can take out some soil from there. Otherwise, if you have pots, है ना, little bit pots जिनमें आपने कोई plants उगा रखे हैं, तो उसमें से soil ले लो, या take little bit of soil from it, और वैसे तो it will be better if you take it from a garden. All right, so then you keep it in water and leave it undisturbed for some time in a glass tumbler. So you know ये सारे जो हम we were talking about these different components ना, they will all get separated out. Organic matter सबसे ऊपर आ जाएगा, water, फिर then clay, then fine sand, then thick sand, then gravel plus pebbles. They will all separate out. Understand? So now here we have the different particle size. Okay, सबसे छोटे particle size are called clay. Then उससे थोड़े से बड़े particle size are called slit. उससे बड़े particle size is sand. Then we have fine pebbles. इन्होंने गलती से pebbles लिख दिया. Fine pebbles. Then medium pebbles and then coarse pebbles. Fine pebbles जो छोटे छोटे pebbles होते हैं, sand से थोड़ा सा बड़ा particle size. Then medium pebbles जो उससे थोड़े बड़े होते हैं, coarse pebbles जो थोड़े काफी बड़े बड़े होते हैं, right? Now we have the three properties of soil. This is something which I wanted to discuss with you, okay? Because this is there in your present class, right? So I wanted to give you a little bit introduction about it. The three properties of soil are the absorption of soil, the moisture of soil, and the percolation of water. Okay, we will discuss them now one by one. Okay, here we don't have any details about this. Okay, so I will tell you about it. Absorption of soil क्या होता है? Soil कितना जल्दी पानी absorb करती है? Suppose I have, let's say I have a, मैंने एक bottle ले ली. Okay, I am taking a soft drink bottle. Okay, and what do? I have that soft drink bottle, and I, with the help of an elder, I make a hole in it. उसके bottom में एक hole बना लो. Fine, बन गया hole. Now what I do, उसके top को भी काट लो, so that I have a nearly, what do you say, एक wide उसका जो mouth है, it is wide. Okay, ऐसा हो जाए मेरे पास. Now what do? I put soil in it. Fine. I have got different types of soil. I can take clay soil. I can take sandy soil. Okay. So loamy to milna thoda sa. Loamy also you can get from the gardens and all. Right. So you can have three different samples of soil. Clay soil and you all have clay na, with which you play. If you dry it little bit in the sun, okay, you will get the clay soil. Dry karne ke baad we'll have to crush it also. Fine. That clay soil, then sandy soil, so you can get from the sand which we generally, which is used in the construction sites. And the loamy soil will be the soil which we are getting from the garden or maybe from the pot. Okay. So we, what are we going to do is, I'm going to put one by one those soils in that bottle which I had. Okay. And I'm going to put water. I'm going to put water drop by drop with the help of a dropper. लेकिन मेरे पास पानी fix है. You know, I have 10 ml or 5 ml. एक fixed quantity of water है which I have measured. That I will put drop by drop into that soil. Okay. And I'll keep looking कि उसके नीचे से water is not coming out. ठीक है. जैसे ही water starts coming out, I will note down the time कि कितनी, मतलब जब मैंने स्टार्ट किया था, आई विल स्टार्ट माय टाइमर. जब मैंने वाटर ड्रॉपलेट्स डालने शुरू किए थे, आई विल स्टार्ट द टाइमर. एंड आफ्टरवर्ड्स आई विल सी कि कितनी, वो कितना टाइम गैप हुआ व्हेन द वाटर स्टार्टेड कमिंग आउट ऑफ द बॉटल. वो ड्रॉप ड्रॉप उसमें से नीचे से आने लग गया. You know what that is? That is actually the absorption capacity of the soil. कि जो soil है, how much water can it absorb? Understand? तो हर soil की एक capacity होती है to absorb the water, right? तो सबसे ज्यादा what do you think किसकी होगी? I think you should find out while you do it. But in case you are not able to do it, so I'm telling you, okay? सबसे ज्यादा हाई कैपेसिटी एब्जॉर्प्शन की होती है क्लेई सॉइल की. क्लेई सॉइल में हम कितना भी पानी डालें, इट ट्राइज टू रिटेन मोर एंड मोर ऑफ इट. फाइन. क्लेई सॉइल absorbs a lot of water. वो अपने अंदर रख लेती है वाटर. सो जब हम टाइम चेक कर रहे होंगे ना, तो सबसे जल्दी किसका वाटर बाहर आएगा? इट विल बी द सैंडी सॉइल. सैंडी सॉइल का पानी सबसे जल्दी आने लग जाएगा बिकॉज इट हैज द पुअरेस्ट ऑफ द एब्जॉर्प्शन ऑफ वाटर, राइट. देन द सेकंड वन, उसके बाद लोमी सॉइल का आएगा जो हमने अपने गार्डन से ली है. एंड द लास्ट वन सबसे लेट आएगा क्लेई सॉइल का. फाइन. द रीजन आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू, क्लेई सॉइल की बेस्ट एब्जॉर्प्शन कैपेसिटी होती है. वो सबसे ज्यादा पानी रिटेन करके रख सकती है. तो जब वो पानी रिटेन करके रख रही है तो वो पास ऑन नहीं होने देगी पानी को. अंडरस्टैंड? दैट इज एब्जॉर्प्शन. और इसका एग्जैक्टली उल्टा है परकोलेशन, द थर्ड पॉइंट. परकोलेशन इज व्हाट, कि पानी कितनी जल्दी पास थ्रू कर जाता है सॉइल में से. तो सबसे जल्दी कहाँ से पास थ्रू करेगा पानी? सैंडी सॉइल में से, राइट. तो जिसका एब्जॉर्प्शन सबसे पुअर था, उसका परकोलेशन सबसे अच्छा है. Why we are discussing these two, I will just let you know. Okay. So right now what we have learned कि absorption में जिसका absorption सबसे better था, सबसे best था, उसका percolation सबसे poor है. और जिसका absorption सबसे poor था, उसका percolation सबसे better है. तो मतलब सबसे better percolation किसका हुआ? Sandy soil का. और सबसे poor percolation किसका हुआ? Clay soil, right? एंड द थर्ड वन इज द मॉइस्चर ऑफ द सॉइल. कि पानी में कितना मॉइस्चर, सॉरी सॉइल में कितना मॉइस्चर होता है at all times. Okay, it retains a certain amount of moisture. All right. So why are we discussing it? I'll tell you. See, when plants grow in the soil, na, they need both air and water from the soil. ठीक है, I know that air तो they are getting from the surroundings, but I am talking about the roots. Roots, they need the air, okay, and they get it from the soil. I discussed ना the first day when we talked about the composition of soil, हमने बात की थी कि soil में air भी होती है, right? So that air actually is required for the roots to breathe. तो अगर किसी भी soil में absorption of water बहुत high है, इसका क्या मतलब है? कि उसमें जितने भी एयर स्पेसेस थे, वो उन सब में वाटर ले लेता है, राइट. तो उसकी उसका मॉइस्चर तो अच्छा होगा, वाटर कंटेंट तो अच्छा होगा, लेकिन एयर कंटेंट पुअर होगा, राइट? क्योंकि सभी एयर वाली स्पेसेस में तो उसने वाटर ले लिया, एयर की स्पेसेस तो बची ही नहीं, राइट? एयर की स्पेसेस तो बची ही नहीं, तो इट विल हैव पुअर एयर कंटेंट. They have good moisture content but poor air content. Now talk about the other level, sandy soil. Sandy soil में क्या होता है? बहुत सारी एयर है, क्योंकि वो पानी को तो रोक ही नहीं पा रही है, पानी तो जाता है उसके अंदर और निकल के आ जाता है. It is not able to retain the water. So since it is not able to retain the water, इसलिए उसका moisture content poor होता है, right? Sandy soil का moisture content is poor, लेकिन उसका air content बहुत अच्छा होगा, because it has not got no water, तो air spaces बहुत सारे हैं अंदर. And loamy soil is actually the in between of these two. उसका water content भी अच्छा होता है, उसका air content भी अच्छा होता है, क्योंकि वो absorption भी थोड़ा बहुत कर लेता है, वो percolation भी थोड़ा बहुत कर लेता है. So it has got both air and water in it in the sufficient required quantity. तो normally जब मैं एक ऐसा प्लांट उगाऊंगी जिसको पानी कम चाहिए होगा, तो मैं सैंडी सॉइल यूज कर सकती हूँ, राइट? बिकॉज सैंडी सॉइल में पानी कम होता है, तो वो उस प्लांट को ग्रोथ के लिए सपोर्ट कर पाएगी. लेकिन अगर कोई ऐसा प्लांट है जिसको बहुत ज्यादा पानी चाहिए होगा, तो क्या मैं उसको सैंडी सॉइल में उगा पाऊंगी? नो, आई विल नीड मे बी क्लेई सॉइल और लोमी सॉइल फॉर दैट. अंडरस्टैंड? सो दैट इज द डिफरेंस, हाउ वी अंडरस्टैंड द प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ सॉइल, और फिर प्रॉपर्टीज से कैसे ये डिटरमिन होता है कि क्या हो रहा है उस सॉइल का, क्या यूज हो रहा है. अंडरस्टैंड? नेक्स्ट वी हैव सॉइल इरोजन. Soil erosion we already know beta, the topmost layer. Don't read this, okay? This is very little bit high level. So what it is actually, basically topmost layer of the soil is removed, right? तो उसके साथ वो nutrients, humus सब कुछ remove हो जाएगा by the action of water or wind. तो बहुत तेज हवा चल रही थी तब हो गया, या फिर फ्लड आया तब हो गया, या फिर हमने प्लांट्स कम उगाए तब हो गया. whatever would be the reason, soil erosion आपने बहुत बार पढ़ा है, right? So that is soil erosion. Fine, we will not go into the details for that. Next we have the three types of soils: the sandy soil, clayey soil, and the loamy soil, right? So we have already discussed whatever was required about that. So soil, sandy soil वो soil होगी जिसमें water content poor होगा लेकिन air content अच्छा होगा. So it is suitable for the crops which need very little water. Okay, clayey soil will be the soil which will have a very good moisture content but poor air content, right? So it is generally suitable for only some of the plants जिनमें की वाटर कंटेंट बहुत ज्यादा चाहिए होता है, राइट? अब तो एयर का क्या करेंगे? क्लेई सॉइल को रेगुलर इंटरवल्स पे प्लाउ करना होता है. यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज प्लाउइंग? यस, उसको बार बार खोद खोद के सो दैट इट गेट्स एयर कंटेंट. तो it needs regular plowing so that it can support the plant growth. Or sandy soil can also support the plant growth if we have regular irrigation. अगर हम regular watering कर रहे हैं उसकी, तो sandy soil can also support the plant growth. And the third is the loamy soil. Loamy soil is actually ideal. उसमें silt होगा, थोड़ा सा clay होगा, थोड़ा सा sand होगा, तो उसमें सिल्ट का क्या पर्पस होता है? सिल्ट सैंड से छोटा होता है और क्ले सबसे छोटा होता है. थोड़ा सा क्ले है तो वाटर कंटेंट अच्छा होगा, थोड़ा सा सैंड है तो एयर कंटेंट अच्छा होगा, एंड humus and nutrients are also there. So that is actually the ideal loamy soil, right? That is actually the ideal for the plant growth. Understand? So here I have pictures of the sandy, clayey and the loamy soil. Now how to prevent soil erosion? We all know deforestation रोकना चाहिए हमें. Deforestation होता है तो उससे these actually are the first four which are given now: deforestation, overgrazing, flood and heavy rainfall, and improper farming. These are actually the causes of soil erosion, right? हम पेड़ काटते हैं तब soil erosion होता है because then the roots of the trees are no longer holding the soil, right? The soil will get away with water or wind. Then overgrazing, एक ही जगह पे cattle are grazing over and over again, तो वहाँ पे plants उगने बंद हो जाएंगे, तो वहाँ पे the soil will be comparatively dry. So that will also be easily removable. Then flood and heavy rainfall, flood से भी we just discussed, flood से heavy flow water आता है, उससे भी soil gets away. And improper farming means हम एक ही soil को बार बार एक ही plants उगाए जा रहे हैं, continuously उगाए जा रहे हैं, हम उसको replenish नहीं होने दे रहे हैं, हम उसको recharge नहीं होने दे रहे हैं. So that is also a cause of soil erosion. And then what are the preventive measures? How can we prevent soil erosion? Plant more trees and cut less trees. Then overgrazing in a same patch of land should be avoided. So overgrazing, basically grazing should be done in different parts, different portions of land. ऐसा नहीं कि एक ही portion में आप overgrazing करवाते रहो. I know cattle have to feed, so they should be given different pieces of land. Then terrace farming should be adopted. Terrace farming is another way of farming, जिसमें कि soil erosion रोकने की कोशिश करते हैं, ऐसे stairs जैसी बना देते हैं, right? That is also there, right? So this is it. That's it for this chapter soil. I think we've done enough about it, and I'm not going to give you any homework today because we have already revised everything, right? So you don't need any homework today. Let's see what are we going to do next. All right. So till this time, I am now going to take your leave. And I want to wish you all, please stay safe at home. Okay, stay very safe at home, and utilize your time properly. Again and again I tell you this thing, utilize your time properly. It is very important. Okay, use it in a proper way. I'm not saying don't enjoy. I'm not saying don't watch TV. I'm not saying don't play games. I'm only saying that have little bit time about everything. Okay, you can make a timetable with your own choice. You know कि मुझे इस टाइम पे पढ़ने का मन नहीं करता, या इस टाइम पे मेरा टीवी पे फेवरेट शो आता है तो इस टाइम पे मैं पढ़ूंगी नहीं, या इस टाइम पे मैं पढ़ूंगा नहीं. Whatever, right? Depends on you. Make a timetable of your own, okay, and follow it diligently. Understand? All right. So I'm signing out for today. All right, take care all of you. Stay safe, study well. Bye.